Let's get to the Bradley County numbers. Total vote in Bradley County, 13,375. That is just 18.1% of the vote. Election day outpaced Bradley County votes in early voting. That's a rarity. 7,752 day of election day voting in Bradley. Early in Bradley was 5,434. We are now joined by the 10th Judicial District Attorney General, General Attorney District-elect, Stephen Hatchett. Stephen, good morning.
Good morning, Steve. How are you?
Well, I'm doing okay. I'm sure you had a late night, but how are you feeling this morning?
You know, we're feeling good. We're actually it's a rainy morning, and we're out picking up signs. So no rest for the weary. I took a break and ran by the office and called in to you. So I'm out of the rain for a minute. So that's a good thing.
Stephen, a big congratulations to you. And first of all, despite the late night and picking up your signs, which, by the way, is very admirable, I would just like to ask you, from a standpoint of your new position that you won last night, what are some things that come to mind that hit you this morning that you're wanting to accomplish in the near term?
Well, so obviously, first things first, we have to get some clarity on how exactly this works. We've never really had a situation where we've had a vacancy come open, so we're trying to get that figured out. Obviously, policies that I'm going to implement, we're going to start getting that laid out concrete. We're going to start reaching out to all of our law enforcement agencies, get input from them, reach out to community stakeholders. We want input from them. We're going to start work regardless of when exactly we officially take office. We're going to start getting things in place to hit the ground running. One thing I've learned over the years is good policy comes from good information, and lots of folks out there have information, and we want to hear anything and everything that we can get to have to make those policy decisions. So that's really going to be one of the main things. Is we're going to be reaching out to the judges, we're going to be reaching out to the court clerks, we're going to be reaching out to the recovery courts, the veterans courts. We're going to be reaching out to everybody that can possibly give us information that'll make the DA's office work as absolutely the best it can for the people of the 10th Judicial District.
We're joined by Stephen Hatchett, the new 10th Judicial District District Attorney. So, and I want to go back to this point, fascinating here, and maybe people are just realizing this, that really there's really no precedent for this, where in the DA's office, where the District Attorney General at the time, Stephen Crump, took another position, opened the position. The governor had appointed Sherry Taylor, but now you win the election. So you're waiting, am I right on this? You and your team waiting on guidance, maybe from the state, is that right?
Yeah, if we can get some guidance, we certainly are going to take it as far as how that works.
Okay.
The only real question that we see is, does the appointment survive the election when there's not going to be an opponent in the general election? So we just have to sort that out, and I'm sure we'll get an answer fairly quickly on that. And again, if September 1st is when the term starts, we're not going to waste those months. We're going to be out reaching out to people, talking to people, and getting as much done as we possibly can. So that's if Jimmy Logan is listening, I'm sure he would say that's a minor point of law.
Jimmy's probably asleep right now, I would say. No, probably not. Actually, probably not after last night. Hey, Stephen, you on the campaign trail. You campaign all over the 4-county district, and we'll end it here, and I'll let you get back. But what did you, if anything, what did you learn getting out in this race, in the campaign, What did you hear from people, and maybe not just one thing, that you will take with you into this new role?
Well, I'll tell you, Steve, and your voter turnout across the district, I think, is an indicator of this. I think there's a lot of folks out there that feel like government does not work for them, that it really doesn't matter, and that is truly unfortunate. And any person that runs for public office, they need to take that to heart, and they need to do everything they can to turn that perception around. People are called public servants for a reason. You are there to serve the people, and that is probably one of the biggest things that I ran into. And however long I served as District Attorney General, at the end of my time, I hope that's not something that people say. I hope they say that he was, in fact, a servant, and he was there to serve. He was not there to advance his own interests, but the interests of the people. So that's probably the biggest thing.
All right, Stephen Hatchett elected last night as the District Attorney General in the 10th Judicial District. I'm sure we'll be talking soon, Stephen, and a big congratulations to you.
Thank you. You have a good day, Steve.
You too, sir. Thank you. Stephen Hatchett joining us here. I tell you, we do have, this morning, we do have other news, and we want to bring this to you. A court document obtained by Mix 1041 and MixTV.tv gives more information on the soft lockdown at both school systems and the Cleveland Municipal Building on Monday. Authorities arrested 29-year-old Taylor Alexis Ryans after she was released from the hospital on Monday night. According to the court documents, Ryans made threats and false reports and then drove to the Cleveland Police Department. She left that location, ultimately located in Chattanooga, where she was transported to a local hospital. Before she was located, Cleveland City Schools and Bradley County Schools were on soft lockdown as a precaution. Court documents say that Ryans used a fake name and made reference to killing 4 people, a son, a daughter, a wife, and a male. Ryans also said she was suicidal and that her father worked at the Cleveland Police Department. Ryans now faces false report charges. She's in the Bradley County Jail on no bond. All right, other sports story that's definitely, Bridget, top news. I don't know if we can trust you anymore, but top news, no. Top news. Boy, we got a couple of state tournament games.